Hey there! Welcome back to math. Hope you had a great weekend. We're going to start today by talking about a new number. If you remember on Friday, we talked about the number 6. Thursday and Friday, we talked about the number 6. Today, what comes after 6? 7. You're right. That's right. So let's find out what you know about 7. Do you know what it looks like? If you don't, let's take a peek. Here is the number 7. We would slide and slant to make a 7. Here's the word 7, so you know how to spell it. S-E-V-E-N. 7. And if we wanted to see what 7 objects looked like, here are some kitty cats. There are 2 colors. There's a group of 5 orange kitty cats and a set of 2 gray kitty cats. So 5 and 2 would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is one more than what 6 is. Let's get started in our lesson. You should be on workbook page 131. And we're going to start. You're going to need your counters today to help you. If you would like to use counters, you could do that on this. I'm going to draw mine. And so we're going to start, we're going to use 2 different colors. I'm going to pick blue and green today. So I want you to start by either putting 6 counters on your paper or drawing 6 with me. And when we draw, we still like to try to keep it in sets of 5 and equal, and then also, let me start that again. We want it to be in, so that if we visually look at it, we would like it to look like a 10 frame. So in other words, watch me first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be my 5 frame. And then I would start in the next row right underneath the first one. So there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can put 6 counters of one color. You could use your cubes or your counters, or you could draw like I'm drawing. And I need to add one more to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my next color. So I can see that 7 is just one more than 6 is. When we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more would be 7. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead. Pretty simple, right? That wasn't too hard. Let's go ahead and go on to the next page. So now up here in number 1, you see, remember I was talking about a 5 frame visually, so without even having to draw it, but they drew one. So they have a set of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it shows you 2 more would make 7 if you started with 5. So there are 7 counters here, and we are going to go ahead and trace the number 7 over here. And look, they spelt it for us again. S-E-V-E-N, 7, 7. So if we were to look back at number 1, we notice there are 5 red counters. And how many more did we need to make 7? We needed 2 more, these 2 yellows. So 5 and 2 more make 7. Now, I would like you to just go ahead and you can either draw your counters or you can place them in here to make 7. We want to go from left to right, and when we finish one row, we start back at the bottom, left to right. Okay, I know there was some confusion when we were writing numbers, but we always want to go left to right. So we would start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where am I going? Back to the beginning right here. 6 and 7. So we have 7 counters. If I added, how many do I have empty? I have 3 empty. And if I were to add 3 more in there, how many counters would I have altogether? If you said 10, you are correct. This is a 10 frame. So if we had all the boxes full, that would be 10 counters. All right, so here's the next page where you're going to either need your counters again, or you can use your cubes, whatever you want. This is like we did with the number 6. We're going to find different ways, different groups to make the number 7. So we don't want to use anything that is the same. We want to start. We'll say, I'm going to draw mine up here and then erase them each time. And then, but you guys can just use your counters if you want. Some of you might have yellow and red. Some might have red and white, or different colors too. So you use what you have at home to help you visually understand this. So let's go ahead and trace the number 7. Remember, we slide and we slant down to the bottom. There's that number 7 again, S-E-V-E-N, 7. So remember, I don't have a yellow marker, so I'm going to use green when they have yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of color over that with green so you can see that real quick. But I do have red, so I'm going to use green and red. Let's go ahead and start with, let's start with, we can only have 7 counters total. So I'm going to start by making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 greens. Okay, so I would make a 6. That tells me I have 6 green counters in here. If I want to get 7, remember just like before, I would need to add 1 more. So now I have 1 red. So 6 greens and 1 red equals 7. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Do you remember the last time we did this with the number 6? Miss Vogel would take 1 away. So if I took 1 green one away and I made that one red, now how many greens do I have? Hopefully you can look and think, that's a 5 frame and all 5 boxes are full. So I know that's 5, and we can count to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on this line, I have 5 greens. And now how many reds do I have? I have 2. 1, 2. When I take 1 green away, it goes down by 1, 6, 5, but then I add 1 over here, so it goes 1, 2, it goes up. All right, so let's go on to the next one. If I take another green one away and I make that one red, let's see what I have now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 greens. And how many reds? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 reds. You notice my numbers are counting backwards on that side and up on this side. 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3. All right, we have, so 4 green and 3 reds would equal 7 altogether. I'm still only have 7. I'm just changing the set of numbers or the sets of counters. 1 more, let's take away 1 more green and I make it red. Now, how many greens do I have? 1, 2, 3. And how many reds? 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 3 greens and 4 reds, and that still makes 7. So I can use all different kinds of sets in order to make 7. There's actually a few more we could do, but we've run out of room. All right, we're headed on to the very last page of math. You guys are doing a fantastic job. We are on number 5 back here, and there are 3 sets of horses here. from like a merry-go-round, if you've ever ridden on one on a merry-go-round before. There is a set of yellow horses, a set of red horses, and a set of purple horses. I need 7 horses. I want you to count the horses in each set. And if the set has 7, we're going to circle it, okay? So these are they're in lines, but I want to make sure I count them all. So as I count, I'm going to draw a line through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that a set of 7? Yes, it is. So we will go ahead and circle that set because it has 7. Let's count the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 7? No, it's less than 7. So we will not circle that set. Let's count the last set, the purple set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that a set of 7? Yes, it is. So we will go ahead and circle that set also. Great job, boys and girls. We are on our very last problem, number 6. I would like you to draw to show what you know about the number 7, and then you can tell someone at home about it, okay? Let's see what we remember. Do you remember those flashcards I showed at the beginning? What does the number 7 look like? Remember, we are going to slide and slant to make the number 7. Do you remember how to spell 7? What did 7 begin with? S. S. Ev. E. E. Ed. E. Ev. V. Van. V. Sev. Sev. E. Ed. E. 7. N. Nut. N. 7. And the last thing you could do is you could draw 7 counters. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 across the top like a 5 frame. Then my next one comes over underneath the first dot. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. You did a fantastic job. Making sets of 7, breaking it down into 2 groups is a really big skill for kindergarten friends. Tonight you'll do it again for homework, or today you'll do some practice at home. Use counters. You could actually use 2 different colors and you will color them in. They didn't color them for you. So if you're using red and yellow like your counters, or red and white, you can color reds and whites and you can make them all the same. So you'll come up with different sets of 7 here. And the last page, kind of the same thing. And we're getting down to some reviews. And so those should be pretty simple. Mom or dad or whoever's at home helping you today, make sure you read those directions down at the bottom. Sometimes we have to circle numbers that are greater than or less than when we compare numbers. So make sure you read that at home. Super job. Have a marvelous Monday, and I will see you back tomorrow on Tuesday for math.